I never thought I would be able to experience that sort of energy flowing through my body and that connection with mine. That was phenomenal.
And then it turned into pleasure vibrations as that electrical energy travelled through your body.
Once I allowed the energy to flow and I stopped being fearful of it, it was illuminating. It literally lit me up from the inside. And that's why I didn't know if you could, that's why I said, is it just in me or is it outside as well? Like it felt that profound that I didn't know if I was glowing on the table.
You were immersed in it. It was around you and it was inside of you.
Yes.
It felt like that, didn't it?
Yeah, completely in it.
When there is more going on than the ordinary human can accomplish, when we begin with clear intention in connecting to every aspect of life and give it meaning, we access our senses that have been suppressed. Listen in on our conversation as we move on from the past into the future of the now of new feelings that are available for everyone when they decide that it is
exactly
time.
when to come in and support and say the right thing to pass through that moment of healing, I guess you can call it, when you're purging either pain or something, and you're sort of stuck there for a moment, not knowing what to do from there, and then you come in intuitively, seemingly from out of nowhere, and say the right things and help to transition through that. It was amazing.
Tell me about, you mentioned, I was at your, where was I? I was actually at your stomach or something, or starting to go down the legs, and you said, I can feel behind my knees.
Yeah, that's right. I could feel like that was the first sensation I had, that somebody, almost like somebody else was touching me. And I could feel like somebody gripping behind the knee and sort of massaging, and then that spread to other areas where you obviously weren't massaging. And that sensation of being touched by more hands than just two was unbelievable. It became more stronger and more obvious.
And there's no one else in the room,
No,
just you and I.
yeah, absolutely. And then when I felt I could feel somebody massaging around my arms, and it was like a flowing motion, and I could feel somebody guiding me, but then I heard your voice and you were on the other side of the room, and obviously nowhere near me, and it was really, it's hard to describe the sensation that it's like you're being massaged by someone who's not me, and they know exactly where to touch, where the pain is, what kind of a release.
Where the restrictions were,
Yeah.
not even necessarily pain, just restrictions, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was something that just needs to be experienced. It's hard to describe.
What are you feeling in your body right now? What sensations?
Just calm.
Is that normal for you?
No, it's very calm, relaxed. It was very, very powerful feeling at the end when I could feel the pain just leaving my body, and I needed to recover from that. But it was amazing. It can't be described, the feeling. You just have to experience it. and go with it.
Yeah, they're new experiences, so you've never had an opportunity to be there. So those words aren't there because we typically describe things with when we relate to other experiences, and we use those words, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. There's no reference.
No
point.
reference point. Exactly.
Yeah.
And when I was holding your toes, you said you could feel that energy flowing all the way up your body and back down again in that cycle.
Yeah, that became stronger, and I could feel it like a pulse, like the waves at a beach. It was sort of going to the toes and then coming back, and then going back to the toes and then coming back. It was like a pulse,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout the whole body and through the legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And all you were doing, you were just touching my toes.
Just touching your toes.
Amazing.
And then you felt as if there was a being wrapping itself around you. Is that right?
Yeah, I could feel.
And you were embracing them back.
Yeah. That was. It was like. An interplay with someone who wasn't there, but it was like a being, and I could feel a flowing.
It was physically there
Yeah,
for
it was
you,
like
though.
a physical. I could feel in my hands. I could feel
right.
something.
Mm.
It's like there was something resting in the palms of my hands, and they were flowing. So it definitely was something. And again, I heard your voice, and you weren't anywhere near there. So yeah, that was pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. And when you had some pulses, there were different pulses in different parts of the body simultaneously, weren't they? It
Yeah.
wasn't the same feeling all the way through the body. It was different areas awakening
That's right.
at different stages,
Yeah.
and then starting to link. Would that be?
Yeah. At one point, I didn't feel my top and lower half didn't feel connected, and I could feel a sensation in my tingling in my arms and hands, but not as much in my legs. But then that seemed to change, and then I could feel more of a flow through to my legs, and then that tingling in the arms subsided and it moved somewhere else, and it was like it was flowing with where it needed to go, almost, and like multiple hands. It was, it's hard to describe.
So talking about releases,
Mm.
how's your neck and shoulders at the moment when you
Yeah,
can you feel that the difference in freedom?
yeah. I used to have a very restricted motion in, especially in my right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That's better.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you feel that tension in
tightness
the
in
neck
my,
that you were?
no, it feels relaxed.
Yep.
And whereas before it was quite tight and sore, so that feels much more relaxed and freed.
And that was not through my physical application
Mm.
of technique. It was through the source beings
Yeah,
that worked with you.
yeah, absolutely.
They did all the work.
Yeah, and
I was just hanging around,
yeah,
guiding you through every now and again when you kind of got overwhelmed at times.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But at the same time, they were taking you where you asked them. Now, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, the things that went through my mind, and when
Because
I
no one
accept-
took you over and did things to you.
No.
You literally asked them for what you wanted.
Well, when I realised what was happening, that this was, I started to let go, and I started to accept what was happening, and in my mind, I said things like, "I love you, and I want to be loved, and I'm strong, and this is." When they were working on areas of pain, I said, "This is my pain. Take it away, but I feel it. I accept it, and let it go." And And
Is that
I
when
just-
you went into that strong release?
Yeah,
That was
that
really-
happened. That happened a couple of times with the other releases, but the one at the end that was most powerful, and that was started at my shoulder, and that was a powerful release, and at that stage I was just accepting what was happening, and
Because all you needed to do was ask once.
Yeah,
You didn't have
that's
to keep
right.
asking.
Yeah.
They heard you,
yeah,
and you trusted them.
yeah, and
you
then it
let
started to happen.
Yeah.
So when I said, I accepted and I want it to happen, then it started to happen more, and there was sort of more focused intent with the healing, and then when I was, as you said, a bit overwhelmed, they'd back off and let me sort of recover a little bit from that, I guess. So yeah, very, very powerful.
And there were times you'd be overwhelmed and you were almost frozen in that space. And when I guide you through
Yeah,
to connect back to the softness of you,
yeah, yeah.
yeah?
With that release, you almost don't know where to go with it and what to do, and you sort of almost stop breathing. And then when you come in and say what to do, it was a perfect time to find that release.
I think it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, the times when I didn't know where to go with it, and there didn't seem to be a resolution, you came in at the right time with just a gentle touch or a word, and helped to release and push through that release, and
I want
work
to
through
just
that.
clarify that a bit.
Yep.
There was no need to push through, was there?
No, it
No,
just
so let's take
it was
that
like
word back.
Yes.
Okay? Because we're used to pushing through everything, aren't we?
Yeah.
So that, and it's very important that we talk about this now.
Yeah, no, it was all. It all just happened.
Exactly. So
But-
no, I want you to remember this for the future, because we're always used to making things hard and healing the hard way, and working out the hard way, and pushing through relationship issues the hard way. Whereas it just flowed, didn't it?
Yeah.
So when I came in and touched you and I created that, instead of, well, in a sense, I guess you would have been using the word push through. Perhaps you were pushing through, and that's where you were stuck.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you guided me through that, I relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just
let
continued.
and let it flow through and
That's
come to a resolution. Yeah.